Hey there, YouTube land, and a special shout out to Christopher Walker, who was the inspiration and the reason behind this video. So, hi, Christopher. Basically, you asked me to recommend some DVD horror box sets that are under 30. Now, when you're searching for horror, especially horror, I find that in a lot of places on Amazon, through legitimately good sellers, through eBay, through places like that, you can find a lot of sets that normally would go for a lot more expensive for a fairly decent price, for under 30, but I'm guessing you wanted some suggestions of some stuff you can probably grab around. So I'm not sure exactly which area that you live in. I think you said that you were looking for region free, so that may be England way. If that's the case, then there's some stuff with the Arrow sets that are pretty good. But if you're looking for stuff that are kind of like you're branching into different regions and that, then there's a lot of cool stuff you can look for. And some of the easiest way to find is that I spent, well, I didn't spend very much money, but a lot of people, when they originally bought a lot of the box sets, they spent a lot of money. I got the Twisted Terrors box set. Now, it's a pretty big box set. It's got like 6 films on it, Wes Craven's Deadly Friend. It's got I'm just looking at it right now. From Beyond the Grave, because it's just getting a bit out. Eyes of a Stranger, Dr. Giggles, The Hand, stuff like that. And it's a great box set. And it can cost a bit sometimes, but one of the really cool things that they've done recently is that they've taken a lot of these sets and they pretty much streamlined them and put them into the thin cases, making them slim case sets. So they recently did that, and that puts the sets usually anywhere between $10 to $20. So you can find a lot of stuff like that. Yesterday, if you watch my video, I showed that Mill Creek, a company that used to put out just cheaper stuff, is now putting out some really good stuff with some decent transfers. It's pretty featureless, but this one here has Anatomy 2, Double Vision, which I know nothing about, and April Fool's Day, the remake, which I do know surprisingly too much about. And it doesn't end there. There's a lot of really good stuff coming out. I remember back in the day when I bought the Nightmare on Elm Street set, I had to pay like, oh god, close to $100 or more for that for the big set that came out. Now you can buy the Nightmare on Elm Street films, you know, from 1 to 4 and then from 4 to 8 for on DVD for actually fairly cheap. But even better than that, recently on Amazon.ca they had the Nightmare on Elm Street Blu-ray set for like $22. So always check out your Amazon, your local, not just your local Amazon. You can check your Amazon.uk, but also check out Amazon.com and Amazon.ca as well for their deals of the day. A lot of times you can find a lot of really good stuff there, and that's one place that I've looked at as well. That's where I managed to find stuff like, also, usually around Halloween time, go check out all the stores, and not just the normal places that you would think of. There's a lot of the grocery store areas that have like a little bit of stuff like that. They'll have stuff around Halloween time. That's where I grabbed the Fly, Fox Horror Classics. I think I grabbed the other one at one of these type of garage sale type things, the one I needed. And a lot of like smaller companies have flash sales. Arrow Video, for instance, usually has a flash sale like 2 to 3 times a year, and they slash a lot of stuff down for like half price. So I managed to get the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that big set, for less than $20 actually, in my money, not in pounds. But there's a lot of stuff that I can recommend. The Omen set, when I bought that, the DVD edition is actually better than the Blu-ray edition. It has more stuff, more movies, and it's just an overall better set. That ran for less than $20, and I'm pretty sure it still does right now. There's a Howling Trilogy tin. I am not sure if you're aware of movies or not, but I thought it was fun as hell, and it has Howling, I think Howling 3, which is a really cheesy one, Howling 5, which was I really liked, and Howling 6, which was like vampires and werewolves, which is kind of cool. And I got that in like this kind of steel case, kind of tin type thing, and I think it cost me out of like $9 or $10. You're always able to find stuff like that on there. There's a lot of these 4 movie sets and stuff like that that you can find, especially around nowadays. I got one 4 film favorites horror. It has like Wolfen on it. It's got Coma. It's got like some other like really cool stuff that I can definitely recommend. All of the Mill Creek sets. Some of them are, you know, like the cheesier, older public domain stuff, but there's also some really great sets out as well. I've been looking at some Mill Creek sets myself recently, and there's some newer ones out there that if you go on the Mill Creek website or go on Amazon, you can find it there There's a lot of these, and anywhere from ranging between $5 to $10, $15. The max I think was like $20 for like 4, 8, and 12 pack movie sets, and they had like some really good stuff. Movies like Wolf was on there with Jack Nicholson, and just some cool little slasher films around there, like some horror films, some kind of really different stuff. And that's the thing. There's a really big choice out there. And here's one that I really do recommend. It's not expensive, at least it wasn't the last time I checked it, and it has a lot of really cool stuff on it. So I'm just going to grab that one right now and show you. Trust me, a lot of people have this one. This is the horror collection set, and basically what we got on this, we got Waxworks, 976 Evil 2, Ghoulies 3, The Unholy, Chud 2, Chopping Mall, an unrated version of Slaughter High, and Class of 1999. A lot of these here really, really kick ass. And just to let you know, it is a 3-disc set. No, 2-disc set, sorry. And there's 4 movies on each disc. And you know, is it pretty bare bones and basic? Yes, but it is 8 movies that at one time you would be getting these basically the same way. People say, you know, well, I want to get some movies bare bones, but honestly, when we all started collecting in VHS and stuff like that. And VHS had no features, so when people say that, take that with a grain of salt. These are movies that you would have been paying way over $20 each for. Way over $20 back in the day. And they are good and fun films to get. Another company that puts out some really good stuff and puts it up for a lower price sometimes, especially considering what they do, and they didn't used to be lower, was Blue Underground. I find that a lot of their stuff comes out like that. They're starting to do double features and triple feature sets. Check your Blue Underground stuff to see like the type that you like, because I'm not quite sure what type of horror you're into, but there's some great giallo sets there. There's some different type of horror sets as well, and there'll be like double features and triple features, just some really, really fun stuff. The Val Lewton set, keep an eye on that. It's in the horror collection. It's a really good set. It's classic horror, directed by directors like Jacques Tourneur. Val Lewton, of course, was a famous horror producer back in the day. It's got a great documentary on it. If you can get it, grab the one to Martin Scorsese extra documentary. But either way, you're aces with that set right there. Watch out for Kino stuff. Kino tends to be a bit more expensive, but look around to see if their stuff goes on sale, because they have some good silent horror classic sets that are pretty awesome. There's some awesome Karloff sets. There's a really good Universal set that I think is under 30. And there's some really decent stuff that that you can look into. A lot of the older sets like that Universal puts out as well. The Psycho 2, 3, and 4 set is the way to get Psycho. You know, no features, but the way to get all the Psychos, the sequels, in their original aspect ratio. There's another set coming out right now, and I'm actually going to get it myself. That's going to be about $11, and it's got Psycho 2, 3, 4, and the Bates Motel pilot. Now, not the new Bates Motel, the original movie that was done back in the early 90s, late 80s, starring Bud Cort. And I had Christina Hodge from the series Head of the Class, which is, I'm guessing, before your time. But I used to watch it when I was a kid. She was gorgeous and a redhead, and I love my redheads. But there's a lot of really great stuff out there. There are so many sets and so much out there. Right now, the After Dark Horror Fest, they came out in these big box sets that cost a crap load of money. And now you can go and you can buy the slimline cases, just like this, but I think they might actually have features on them. And they cost like 10, 15, 20 bucks each. And they have 8 movies. And they usually have 8 good movies. Depending on which ones you like. I got the 2008 one, I bought the big one. And keep on looking for like sellers on Amazon as well. And as well as times when sales go down. There are a lot of sales. Go to the deal page on Amazon. Every once in a while I'll come on here. When I see a really, really good deal, I'll come on and I'll do a video talking about the deals and stuff like that. Well, I did it for Arrow. I did it during the Criterion sale. I did a whole month Criterion stuff. And if I see anything coming out, trust me, I'll let you know which ones are coming. And I'll let all you guys know through here. But Christopher, you're getting into the world of collecting and getting the stuff, and it's exciting and it's fun, and enjoy it. Just look around and see what really speaks to you, because horror is a really broad range of stuff, and I like a broad range of stuff. I grew up liking a lot of the old classic horror movies because I used to watch them late at night, and I used to watch a lot of the slasher films because I'm an 80s kid, so I got a lot of that in my collection as well. But there are so many great sets out there right now. MGM did a series of midnight movies, and a lot of them they did with double features. So you may be able to find some of those. And movies that that you may know, like Motel Hell and Deranged, were done on a double feature set for MGM. They had The Attic and Crawl Space, and of course Crawl Space was done by Scream Factory and stuff like that too. But if you're not sure, sometimes if you want to go out and spend like the money on the Blu-ray, the midnight movies are a good way to find that out. And some of them actually did 4-packs. I wanted to get Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but I didn't like the Blu-ray cover. I thought it really didn't look at all like what the movie should be like. So I wanted that one, and it had like Killer Clowns, it had Broken Lizards Club Dread, which is meh, and it had Killer Tomato Strike Back. And I'm fun of it. I like the cheesy stuff, so why not? But those are some there. I hope that helps answer your question. If you have any more questions or just leave it in the comment box down below, and I'll be sure to try and answer it. I really hope that I answered your question a little bit on some horror movie box sets to get for under 30. Look for these. Look online for the After Dark independent horror sets. There's a lot of really great independent horror stuff out there. Mill Creek is now putting out a lot of stuff. They're putting these 50 packs of horror movies too. So you get the good with the bad, but you do get some gems in there as well, and you get them for really good prices. The 4-packs that are coming out are really fun, really incredible. And don't underestimate, never underestimate flea markets, never underestimate yard sales, never underestimate your local dump bin in a Walmart or something like that, and the amazing stuff you can find there, because you can find some amazing stuff there. Check Zavvi, check places like that, and I'll be checking for you. So keep on the lookout. There's a lot of great stuff out there, guys. My voice is going. It's been a long day, and I just made a massive deal for some sets and movies over the next 11 months. So my budget for the next 11 months is pretty much spoken for. But yeah, it was a big one. But you'll find out with me over the next few months what I get. And yeah, keep watching. Thanks for watching, and thanks, Christopher, for such a great question. I really hope I answered it. If I missed out on anything, if there's something you want to know, feel free to comment down below. Feel free to message me anytime. And everybody, have a great day. Have a fantastic night. Hope your Labor Day was fantastic and that you just relaxed and enjoyed some time with your family, friends, your loved ones, whatever. And for me right now, well, I still got a little bit of Labor Day left. I'm going to just go pig out for a bit and chill, have some tea. So it's time for tea. Thanks, Christopher, and have a fantastic week.